Hello everyone, this is Sam Wong again. Yes, been almost 2.5 months since last time I made a video and talked to you. And you can see that between the January and beginning of February, where last time I videoed it to this point, where some of the major bank and also Tesla announced earnings, you can see the volatility of the markets in Dow Jones Industrial Average and mostly S&P 500. But what you have noticed, however, that you always have this deep and then you just spike down almost a V shape, and then you can notice that really, despite the last couple of days, Thursday and Friday, because of the economic indicator wasn't telling a very good story, recession was in fear. The market actually are pretty much 3 months high, very close to 3 months high, which only is about 2.5% away for all three industrial average indices. I just want to make that note to you that, and also if the past 6 months, if you look at the relatively from the index perspective, it's almost a 10% increase, right? Dow Jones was a little bit weaker because of the bowling and all this other stuff that wasn't performing, let's say, as strong. So there were a few highlighters just to let you know that between the January end of January to now, what we're announcing earnings season again. Inflation still a concern. There were three banks that were bankrupt due to the rise of interest rate. Of course, the government was going down. Otherwise, there's a lot of fear going on. The Chat GPT, which actually too early to conclude if the technology will materialize, but the AI and high tech will spike for a few days after that announcement come. And I know that my nephew were using this Chat GPT sometime to kind of create resume and write letters whatnot. So it's very hard to say how is this technology going to apply to actual applications and also like consumer spending, like when you go online and there's a lot of, today already send you a lot of advertisement, how that's feel going to be materialized in that area. And the other very shocking news as well is OPEC announced a decrease of production actually, you're going to start in May. So originally this news came out, oil price rebounded from the March low of 70 to 84. But of course, they kind of like pulled back the last couple of days because of the recession, the demand questions that were in place. So gold also has switched over 2,000 with Bitcoin climbed back over $30,000 and obviously slipped again last couple of days. So is there any indication of recessions or really in a very strong marketplace in US? It's very difficult, hard to say because you can read analysts and economists on both sides, and they always have been that. If you notice that in America, there's always news and they always tell you both directions. So that's why it's very difficult to really know, but time can tell. So also despite the fear of the banking crash and collapse, JP Morgan Chase actually jumped in the earning with Wells Fargo, Citigroup, PNC Financial also reporting pretty well. However, Charles Schwab dumped its entire 1.4 billion stake, on some of the investment that they had just to worry about the fear of the market pullback. Bowling didn't do a very good job, so the retail sales slipped, so their stock was actually hitting pretty hard when the announcement came out from $215 all the way to $200, which is like 6% drop in a day. HYLN also one of the stock I recommended. Really, there's no news around that stock, but because of the interest rate, volatility of the markets. But then you can saw that last 6 months the stock had jumped from $2.80 to $4, and now it's dropped to 52-week lows, $1.45. So there opportunity there. I see that HYLN will be announced earning pretty soon, and there may be momentum around that. Also, if you want to spec mimic stock, you're going to bet on that. I would say Bed Bath and Beyond, you drop it to 26 cents, and I wish I made a video last week, then you would have made quite a bit of money when the market spiked to 41 cents in one day, but then now it slipped back down. So this stock is very still very interesting to watch and see what's going to happen. And also airline stock, obviously, again, pre-pandemic was a $90 record high to dropping really down in United Airlines. Yeah, it was at $53 last month. You look at it one point and it's dropped back to the $40 or $38 range. Well, that was the opportunity there now. So because you're still in the future, if you think airlines with with we pass COVID, everything should back to normal. There's always model and the way how they're gonna pricing their tickets. And if you notice, the airplane ticket no longer cheap anymore, even though there's still marketing scam or advertisement saying, well, we are really low on airline ticket and all this stuff. But if you click on it and try to play around, when you knew that, especially if you go to travel international now, summer season is always a hard time, people taking time off, student returning to home country. So the plane ticket is actually not cheap anymore. And then robots, I mentioned that there was a quick buy. If you listen to the video at the beginning of in February, the last one I made, you will have made some money last week before, of course, the weakening of the recession fear and the economic indicator driving at the a side bet now. It was actually you at $45, so you will make a pretty good money on that. In the long run, I still believe robots, Netflix, which Netflix go all the way back up 400 and then came down again. But that but we will see that what's going to happen when is that other movie, the Korean drama I told you, that coming out, and they have a lot of unique their own really series that's definitely better than Disney. I hate to say that, but so that's why this stock is still a very great opportunity there. And Google, Pinduoduo actually at one time jumped back up all the way to $102 and now tipping all the way back to low 70s. So that one may be opportunity there that, which is really a big, Chinese stock always have a really larger variability than compared to others, even penny stocks. So just pay attention to that. And XPEV just fall along with other EV stock and you come back down a bit. But then, really at their low at $6.80, it jumped all the way back down to $10, and which is still lower than when their IPO price is $17, and they were as high as $75. So I still believe 2025 was the opportunity, for some of the EV stock who survive, because maybe some not necessarily survive. And Tesla, unfortunately, report disappointing earning to the investors, so the stock falling as much as 11% one day. But if you follow the Tesla trend, take a look at it. It was dropping really low, 120s. If you bought that, and you were skyrocketing all the way back to over $200. Now it's slipping back to 160, which is in the median between the two numbers. So there's still opportunity there for that. But just bear in mind, Apple, Tesla, Google, Amazon, they all have split. So if you're trying to adjust historical numbers, you will see that, they were still at very high level. But these big giant companies really indeed still making money, really have a good future. So, just always looking for good opportunity to buy that. So I was thinking that while, people were concerned about the, stock maybe recessions, is always you've seen in the market in the past that when they say, well, things were bad, which keep dropping down all the way, it's always the time when start rebounding. That's opportunity there for short-term 20%. So your takeaway probably is, you have this opportunity to buy, and then next week with the high tech company announce earning, which assumably exceed expectation. Some of them may make it, will be reaching out higher. Some of them may actually lower it from where they were Friday closing. But if you go up and down with that, and that's and made 20%, so you probably a good opportunity to walk and decrease your positions. And also there were old face because selling may go away, so just bear that in mind. Good luck, and I will probably do another broadcasting around June time. Thank you very much.